60 to 80 years old? These 8 signs of mini-strokes you must know. It could save your life. Did you know that roughly 240,000 older adult Americans face mini-strokes each year? These brief episodes, medically known as TIA, Transient Ischemic Attack, often go unnoticed, particularly among our elderly population. While mini-stroke symptoms might seem temporary, they hide a concerning truth. 1 in 5 people who experience these episodes will suffer a major stroke within just 90 days. The signs of mini-strokes in elderly individuals can be subtle, yet recognizing them could mean the difference between life and death. Mini-strokes in elderly people frequently disguise themselves as simple aging issues, making it crucial to understand what are some symptoms of a mini-stroke. From sudden confusion to brief vision changes, these warning signs serve as your body's urgent alarm system. TIA prevention becomes especially critical when you realize that these episodes aren't merely passing incidents. They're serious warnings of potential devastating strokes ahead. What is a mini-stroke, TIA? A mini-stroke, also known as a Transient Ischemic Attack, TIA, occurs when blood flow to part of your brain temporarily stops. Imagine your brain as a bustling city that needs constant supplies through its network of blood vessels. During a TIA, one of these supply routes becomes briefly blocked, like a temporary road closure that prevents essential resources from reaching their destination. This interruption typically lasts just a few minutes to a few hours, but it serves as a critical warning signal that something isn't right with your brain's blood supply system. Unlike a full stroke, which causes permanent damage to brain tissue, a mini-stroke's effects are temporary. When the blockage clears, blood flow returns, and symptoms typically resolve on their own. However, this temporary nature can be dangerously misleading. Statistics show that elderly individuals face a higher risk of experiencing these episodes, with approximately 15% of people over 65 having at least one TIA. This increased risk makes understanding mini-strokes particularly crucial for older adults and their caregivers. Each episode might last only briefly, but it represents a vital opportunity to prevent a more severe stroke through early intervention and proper medical care. By understanding mini-stroke signs and symptoms, we can better protect our elderly loved ones. As we explore the 8 signs of mini-strokes in elderly individuals, remember that preventing TIA stroke starts with awareness and quick action. Now, let's find out what are those 8 signs of mini-strokes in the elderly. 1. Sudden weakness or numbness. Sudden weakness or numbness stands as the most essential warning sign of a mini-stroke. This symptom appears unexpectedly and typically affects one side of your body, focusing on 3 main areas: your face, arm, or leg. You might notice your face feeling unusually heavy, particularly around your mouth area, with one side appearing to droop. During routine activities, your arm could suddenly feel extremely heavy, as if filled with lead, making simple tasks like lifting a cup or reaching for an object surprisingly difficult. This occurs because your brain experiences a temporary interruption in its blood supply. Your brain's blood vessels work as vital pathways delivering oxygen and nutrients to different areas. During a mini-stroke, one of these pathways becomes briefly blocked. When this happens, the parts of your body controlled by that specific brain region lose their normal function. Though these symptoms usually clear up within minutes to an hour, they represent a serious warning that requires immediate attention. The pattern of weakness or numbness from a mini-stroke differs significantly from other types of body weakness. Unlike the gradual tiredness from physical activity or awkward sleeping positions, mini-stroke symptoms strike suddenly and usually affect just one side. This distinct characteristic helps you recognize when something serious might be happening. When you notice this sudden one-sided weakness or numbness, seeking immediate medical care becomes crucial for preventing more severe complications. 2. Temporary vision changes. Temporary vision changes serve as another critical warning sign of a mini-stroke. These visual disturbances can manifest in several ways. You might suddenly experience blurry vision as though looking through a foggy window. Some people describe seeing double images of everything around them. Others report a more dramatic symptom, temporary blindness in one eye, almost like a curtain being drawn across their field of vision. These vision problems happen because certain areas of your brain responsible for processing sight temporarily lose their blood supply. Your eyes themselves remain perfectly healthy. The issue lies in how your brain interprets what they're seeing. For instance, you might be reading a book when the words suddenly become unclear, or watching television when the images unexpectedly blur or split into 2. Medical experts refer to one specific type of mini-stroke-related vision loss as amaurosis fugax. This condition causes temporary blindness in one eye, often described as a dark shade or curtain dropping down across your vision. These episodes typically last only a few minutes, but their sudden onset makes them particularly alarming. Even if your vision returns to normal quickly, these temporary changes indicate a serious underlying issue that needs immediate medical attention. Just like the weakness or numbness in sign 1, these vision changes appear suddenly and can resolve just as quickly, but their brief nature doesn't make them any less serious. 3. Speech difficulties. Speech difficulties during a mini-stroke create alarming changes in how someone communicates. This warning sign includes 3 key problems that appear without warning. You might suddenly find yourself unable to speak clearly, struggling to get words out, or having trouble understanding what others are saying to you. When a mini-stroke affects the language areas of your brain, speaking becomes unexpectedly challenging. Picture trying to say something simple like, "I need help," but finding your words coming out slurred or jumbled. Others might notice that your speech sounds unclear, like talking with a mouthful of marbles. This happens because the brain regions controlling your speech muscles temporarily lose their blood supply. Understanding others' speech can also become difficult during these episodes. Common words might suddenly sound unfamiliar or meaningless. Medical experts call this condition aphasia, a temporary disruption in processing or expressing language. For example, someone might be having a normal conversation when suddenly their family member's words sound like a foreign language. Even though their hearing remains perfect, the brain briefly loses its ability to process speech properly. These speech changes stand out because they differ dramatically from normal communication difficulties. Unlike being tired or distracted, these problems appear instantly and affect basic communication skills you normally take for granted. Even if these symptoms last only a few minutes, they signal a serious warning that requires immediate medical attention. The quick return of normal speech doesn't mean the danger is past. It means you have a critical opportunity to prevent a more serious stroke. 4. Confusion. Sudden confusion from a mini-stroke creates a frightening experience that differs completely from normal forgetfulness. You might suddenly feel mentally foggy, struggle to think clearly, or become disoriented about where you are. This mental cloudiness appears without warning and can make even familiar surroundings feel strange and confusing. During these episodes, performing simple mental tasks becomes unexpectedly difficult. Basic activities like following a conversation, remembering what day it is, or recognizing familiar faces may feel impossible. For instance, someone might be preparing breakfast in their kitchen, a routine they've followed for years, when they suddenly can't remember how to make their morning coffee or feel confused about which cabinet holds their cups. Many people mistake this type of confusion for normal aging or tiredness, but there's a crucial difference. Age-related memory changes happen gradually over time, while mini-stroke confusion strikes suddenly, like a switch being flipped. Think of your brain as a computer. Normal aging might make it run a bit slower over time, but a mini-stroke temporarily disrupts the entire system without warning. This mental fog happens because certain areas of your brain briefly lose their blood supply, preventing them from working properly. Even though these episodes typically clear up within an hour, they send a serious warning about your brain's health. Just as chest pain warns of potential heart problems, sudden confusion signals possible brain circulation issues that need immediate medical attention. 5. Feeling dizzy or loss of balance. Dizziness or sudden loss of balance stands as a significant warning sign of a mini-stroke that often catches people off guard. Unlike normal lightheadedness from standing up too quickly, this dizziness appears unexpectedly and can make you feel like the room spins around you. Your legs might feel unsteady beneath you, and walking becomes surprisingly challenging, as if you're trying to move across a rocking boat. When a mini-stroke affects the areas of your brain controlling balance and coordination, it disrupts your body's natural stability system. Your brain normally processes signals from your inner ear, eyes, and body position to keep you steady on your feet. During a mini-stroke, this complex system temporarily malfunctions because certain brain regions lose their blood supply. Someone experiencing this might reach out to grab nearby furniture for support, or find themselves unexpectedly stumbling while walking on a flat surface. A particularly concerning aspect of this symptom involves its sudden onset during normal activities. For example, you might be walking down a familiar hallway when the world suddenly seems to tilt sideways, or standing in your kitchen when an overwhelming wave of unsteadiness forces you to grab the counter for support. While regular dizziness often comes with clear triggers like dehydration or quick movements, mini-stroke dizziness strikes without warning and often accompanies other symptoms like vision changes or numbness. These balance problems might resolve within minutes or hours, but they signal a serious condition requiring immediate medical evaluation. 6. Severe headaches. Severe headaches linked to mini-strokes feel dramatically different from ordinary headaches or migraines. These headaches strike suddenly with intense pain, often described as the worst headache someone has ever experienced. Unlike a typical headache that builds gradually, this pain appears without warning and reaches maximum intensity almost immediately. During a mini-stroke, changes in blood flow through brain vessels create intense pressure that triggers these severe headaches. The pain typically feels sharp and piercing, rather than the dull ache of a tension headache or the throbbing sensation of a migraine. Someone might be going about their day normally when an overwhelming head pain suddenly stops them in their tracks. This unexpected severe pain demands immediate attention, especially when it appears alongside other mini-stroke signs. Though not every mini-stroke causes a headache, when these intense headaches do occur, they signal a serious situation developing in your brain. Your body uses this severe pain to alert you that something unusual is happening with your brain's blood circulation. Even if the headache begins to fade quickly, its appearance alongside other symptoms like dizziness, vision changes, or speech problems indicates an urgent need for medical evaluation. The sudden nature and intensity of these headaches distinguish them from regular head pain and emphasize their importance as a warning sign that shouldn't be ignored. 7. Short loss of consciousness. Brief losses of consciousness during a mini-stroke create particularly alarming episodes that demand immediate attention. Someone experiencing this symptom might suddenly feel overwhelmingly sleepy or completely black out for a short time. These episodes differ significantly from normal tiredness or simply falling asleep. They occur unexpectedly and often during active moments of the day. This temporary loss of consciousness happens because vital areas of your brain briefly lose their blood supply, disrupting the systems that keep you alert and aware. For example, someone might be having a conversation when they suddenly feel extremely drowsy and unable to stay awake. Or they might unexpectedly black out while performing a routine task like washing dishes. This type of sudden consciousness change feels nothing like gradually becoming tired at the end of a long day. Many people mistakenly blame these episodes on exhaustion, low blood sugar, or dehydration. However, the sudden and severe nature of mini-stroke-related consciousness changes sets them apart. While fainting from other causes often comes with warning signs like feeling hot or lightheaded first, consciousness changes from a mini-stroke strike without any build-up. Even if consciousness returns quickly, these episodes signal a serious circulatory problem in your brain that requires immediate medical care. The brief nature of these blackouts or extreme drowsiness episodes shouldn't make them seem less serious. They serve as critical warnings that your brain needs urgent attention. 8. Tingling sensations. Tingling sensations, often described as pins and needles, mark the final critical warning sign of a mini-stroke. These sensations feel markedly different from the typical tingling you might experience after sitting in an awkward position or sleeping on your arm. During a mini-stroke, these sensations appear suddenly and often affect just one side of your body, such as your entire left arm, leg, or one side of your face. When your brain experiences a temporary interruption in blood flow, it disrupts the normal signals sent to your nerves, creating these unusual sensations. The tingling might feel like thousands of tiny pinpricks or a buzzing sensation under your skin. For instance, someone might be eating breakfast when their entire left hand suddenly begins tingling intensely. Or they might notice half their face developing an odd, prickling sensation while talking on the phone. The location and pattern of these sensations provide important clues about a possible mini-stroke. While normal pins and needles typically affect a small area and improve with movement, mini-stroke-related tingling usually impacts a larger portion of one side of your body. This distinct pattern occurs because the interrupted blood flow affects specific regions of your brain, controlling sensation on one side of your body. Even if these sensations disappear within minutes or hours, their sudden onset and one-sided nature signal a serious warning that requires immediate medical evaluation. Risk factors for mini-strokes in older adults. Understanding what increases the chances of mini-strokes helps protect vulnerable elderly individuals. Several key factors contribute to mini-stroke risk, with high blood pressure standing as one of the most significant threats. When blood pressure remains consistently elevated, it strains the delicate blood vessels in your brain, making them more likely to become temporarily blocked or damaged. This constant pressure weakens vessel walls over time, similar to how increased water pressure might strain and eventually damage old plumbing pipes. Diabetes also plays a crucial role in mini-stroke risk among elderly individuals. This condition affects blood vessels throughout the body, including those in the brain. When diabetes remains uncontrolled, high blood sugar levels gradually damage blood vessel walls, making them more susceptible to temporary blockages. The relationship between diabetes and mini-strokes highlights why careful blood sugar management becomes increasingly important as people age. Heart rhythm problems, particularly atrial fibrillation, AFib, significantly raise mini-stroke risk in older adults. In AFib, the heart beats irregularly, potentially allowing blood to pool and form small clots. These clots can travel to brain vessels, temporarily blocking blood flow. Think of it as leaves collecting in a stream. While the blockage might clear quickly, it signals a serious underlying problem that needs attention. Daily lifestyle choices also influence mini-stroke risk. Smoking damages blood vessels directly while increasing the likelihood of clot formation. Limited physical activity and excess weight place additional strain on the cardiovascular system. Poor diet choices, especially those high in saturated fats and sodium, contribute to blood vessel damage and increase stroke risk. Understanding these risk factors helps elderly individuals and their caregivers make informed decisions about health management and prevention strategies. The FAST method and taking quick action. Acting quickly when you notice mini-stroke warning signs dramatically increases chances of preventing severe stroke damage. Medical experts emphasize the crucial golden hour, the first 60 minutes after symptoms begin, when taking action matters most. During this critical time window, getting medical help can prevent lasting brain damage and reduce the risk of a major stroke. The FAST method helps anyone remember the most critical warning signs that require immediate action. F stands for face. Watch for sudden drooping on one side, especially around the mouth when smiling. A represents arms. Notice if one arm drifts downward when both are raised. S indicates speech. Listen for sudden slurring or difficulty forming words. T reminds us that time is critical. Note when symptoms started and call emergency services immediately. Taking immediate action means calling emergency medical services right away, even if symptoms seem mild or start improving. Every minute matters because the brain needs constant blood flow to survive. When you call for help, stay calm and clearly describe the symptoms you've observed, including when they started. If possible, write down the exact time symptoms began, as this information helps medical teams make critical treatment decisions. While waiting for emergency help, take several important steps. Keep the person still and calm. Avoiding movement helps prevent falls if balance is affected. Don't give them food or drink, as swallowing might be impaired. Gather information about their medications and medical history to share with emergency responders. Most importantly, stay with them and monitor their condition, noting any changes in symptoms that medical teams should know about. Options for treatment and strategies for prevention. Treatment for mini-strokes focuses on preventing future episodes and reducing the risk of major strokes. When someone arrives at the hospital after experiencing mini-stroke symptoms, doctors typically start by conducting detailed brain imaging tests. These tests help identify any blocked or narrowed blood vessels that might have triggered the episode. Based on these findings, medical teams develop personalized treatment plans targeting specific risk factors. Medications often play a key role in preventing future mini-strokes. Blood-thinning medicines help prevent clots from forming in your blood vessels. These medications work like tiny maintenance crews, keeping your blood flowing smoothly through vessels to your brain. Doctors might also prescribe medicines to control blood pressure, manage cholesterol levels, or regulate heart rhythm problems that could lead to blood clots. Lifestyle changes become equally important in preventing future episodes. Physical activity improves blood circulation and helps maintain healthy blood pressure levels. Even simple activities like daily walks strengthen your heart and blood vessels. Your diet choices significantly impact your stroke risk. Eating more fruits, vegetables, and whole grains while reducing salt and saturated fats helps protect your blood vessels. Quitting smoking becomes crucial because tobacco use damages blood vessels and makes blood more likely to clot. Regular medical checkups help track your progress and catch potential problems early. During these visits, doctors monitor your blood pressure, check cholesterol levels, and evaluate how well current treatments work. They might adjust medications or recommend additional lifestyle changes based on your progress. Think of these checkups as regular maintenance visits that help keep your body's systems running smoothly and reduce the risk of future mini-strokes. Ways families can support their elderly loved ones. Supporting elderly family members at risk of mini-strokes requires understanding, patience, and proactive involvement in their daily care. Family members play an essential role in both prevention and early detection of mini-strokes, helping their loved ones maintain better health and respond quickly when warning signs appear. Creating a supportive environment starts with helping elderly relatives maintain healthy daily routines. Family members can assist with medication management by organizing pills in easy-to-use containers and setting up reminder systems. They might accompany their loved ones on daily walks, encouraging regular physical activity while ensuring safety. Working together to plan and prepare nutritious meals helps elderly relatives maintain heart-healthy diets that reduce stroke risk. Learning to recognize mini-stroke warning signs becomes crucial for family caregivers. Family members often notice subtle changes in their loved one's behavior or abilities before anyone else. They might observe slight changes in speech patterns, notice brief episodes of confusion, or spot temporary weakness that the elderly person themselves might dismiss. This awareness can lead to life-saving early medical intervention when symptoms appear. Transportation support for medical appointments ensures elderly relatives receive regular checkups and necessary care. During these visits, family members can help communicate symptoms or concerns to healthcare providers, take notes about treatment instructions, and ensure their loved one understands important medical information. They might also keep a simple health diary, noting any concerning symptoms or changes in condition between appointments. Building a network of family members who share caregiving responsibilities helps prevent caregiver burnout while ensuring consistent support. Regular family meetings to discuss care strategies, share observations about health changes, and coordinate support schedules help maintain effective care routines. This teamwork approach ensures elderly loved ones receive the attention and support they need while allowing family members to share the responsibilities of care. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in my next video.